Hello and welcome to another episode on Maritime Radar. The blue economy sector holds immense potential for economic development, job creation and providing livelihoods to coastal communities. It is estimated to worth more than $1.5 trillion every year globally. It can also provide over 30 million jobs and supply a vital source of protein to over 3 billion people. The African Union report shows that the blue economy can fetch Africa over $300 billion annually. Developing and modernizing Nigeria's port, improved connectivity, and enhancing maritime security, Nigeria can attract more shipping companies, increase trade volumes, and generate substantial revenue. This would not only benefit the country's economy, but also strengthen its position as a regional economic powerhouse. How the Ministry of the Marine and Blue Economy can position itself and tap into the numerous opportunities in Nigeria's ocean resources are some of the issues that will be on the front burner on today's show. I'm Nneoma Obi-Asualo. Nigeria stands to gain so much by embracing opportunities in the blue economy, as it offers an avenue for economic diversification away from the over-reliance on crude oil. The fisheries and aquaculture sector holds immense potential for Nigeria's economic development. With a coastline stretching over 850 kilometers, Nigeria possesses abundant fishery resources. However, due to limited infrastructure, outdated fishing techniques, and inadequate regulatory frameworks, Nigeria's fishery sector remains largely underdeveloped. Therefore, investing in modern fishing technologies, improving infrastructure, and implementing effective regulations, Nigeria can significantly increase its fish production, both for domestic consumption and export. This would not only boost the economy, but enhance food security and alleviate poverty in coastal communities. The blue economy brings with it opportunities in maritime transport, as over 80% of global trade is moved by sea. Renewable energy is another opportunity the blue economy offers, as Nigeria's vast water resources provides an ideal environment for the development of hydroelectric power and other forms of renewable energy. Coastal tourism also provides a huge opportunity, as Nigeria's beautiful coastlines, diverse marine ecosystems is an attractive destination for both domestic and international tourists. But before we get further into today's lineup on the program, let's find out the latest in maritime news.
A group of 20 young Nigerians, sponsored by the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board (NCDMB), have completed their training at the Nigerian Navy Underwater Warfare School in Lagos. The graduation ceremony was held in partnership with the Nigerian Navy and Mieka Dive Training Institute to mark the end of a 5-month commercial air dive training program. The NCDMB organized this program to certify the trainees as Class 1 and Class 2 divers. During the ceremony, Engineer Simbi Kesiye Wabote, the Executive Secretary of NCDMB, highlighted the need for increased skills development due to the growing offshore industry in Nigeria. He mentioned that some training programs are already underway, while others will be introduced soon. Wabote also noted that currently, the professional diving industry in Nigeria is mainly staffed by foreign professionals. The Managing Director of the Nigerian Ports Authority, Mohammed Bello Koko, during his visit to the Lily Pond facility, emphasized the positive impact of export processing terminals, EPTs, on reducing waste in perishable agro-products and boosting Nigerian commodity exports. He noted that in just 2 days, the EPTs processed 300 export containers, a significant increase from the previous 30 to 40%, now reaching 60%. According to him, this has greatly enhanced Nigerian agro-produce exports while reducing product wastage. Bello Koko highlighted how EPTs streamline the export process from receiving licenses to sorting, processing, documenting, sealing containers, and swiftly loading containers. into vessels. As a result, more exporters are choosing Nigerian ports over other countries. Comptroller Dare Nandi has taken up his new post at the Tin Can Island Area Command of the Nigeria Customs Service, pledging to boost revenue collection from 52% to 100% by December. Nandi called for the collaboration of stakeholders to meet the 2023 revenue target of 801 billion naira, especially with the challenge posed by fluctuating exchange rates in the remaining 3 months of the year. While acknowledging the tasks ahead, Nandi expressed optimism about overcoming them with stakeholder support. He emphasized the Customs Service's 3 key performance indicators: revenue, anti-smuggling efforts, and trade facilitation, as essential measures of success crucial for the nation's development. Nandi also stressed the Customs Service's role in safeguarding the nation against economic saboteurs who exploit trade policies and contribute to insecurity by importing illicit goods, also urging all stakeholders, including clearing agents and terminal operators, to respect the NCS mandate. The world's inaugural green methanol-powered container ship received its official christening in Copenhagen, Denmark, with the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, doing the honors. She named the vessel Laura Maersk and offered her wishes for smooth journeys, successful tasks, crew happiness, and safety for all who board the ship. Von der Leyen also expressed hopes for prosperity and pride. The ship was named after the company's first steamship vessel, Laura, which sailed the seas with a Maersk star on its hull during the Industrial Revolution. The green methanol-powered Laura Maersk symbolizes a new era for the company, which has become a first mover for the shipping industry as it enters a new chapter of a decarbonized future. The momentous occasion represented a significant turning point in the shipping sector's shift towards sustainability and environmental stewardship. The event drew a diverse audience, including prominent industry figures and environmentally conscious individuals from across the globe.
If you are just joining us, this is Maritime Radar. To fully harness the potential in the blue economy sector, government must invest in modern technologies, improve infrastructure, implement effective regulations, and promote sustainable practices. Our guest on the show today, Captain Adewale Ishola, is the former president of the Nigerian Association of Master Mariners. He shares with us the new Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy and how Nigeria can restore the industry. Stay with us. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you. Good morning.
Over the years, maritime stakeholders have yearned for a separate industry, for a separate ministry for the maritime industry.
Correct.
And thankfully, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have granted that wish. Then the blue economy holds immense potential for economic development, job creation. Talk us through the economic potentials of the maritime industry.
Thank you for having me.
Well, in your narrative, you've already said it. We'll be earnestly looking forward to a separation of the Maritime Affairs Ministry from the present Ministry of Transportation. And the new president, in his wisdom, has decided to grant us this week without us even putting oil under pressure. I think we need to give it to him. I think he must have studied the environment. He must have listened to wise counsels to come to that decision. I give him kudos. Now, because we have been subsumed under the Ministry of Transportation, people never knew that the major economic drive of the economy is in the maritime sector, apart from oil. Because if you have the oil, you cannot move it. The oil will remain there. So the maritime sector has been a gold mine waiting to be harnessed all this time. Now, fishing industry is there. Aquaculture is there. Tourism. If I talk about my experience outside the country, countries like in the Caribbean, the mainstay of the economy is tourism. I went to monitor a ship to discharge petroleum product in Barbados. Guess who? Who were discharging inside that beach, and people were swimming. And you dare not drop an atom of oil on that water. Your ship will be fined or arrested. So they guided their tourism jealously. So we need to do that. We need to clean up our environment. Now, what about our port infrastructure? Port development. Already we are having deep sea oil exploration, deep sea mining, a lot of investment, a lot of resources underwater that have not been tapped. So we're in a gold mine ready to be tapped. And I'm happy that this is happening during our time. Then we are still alive to give support to the new ministry.
Okay, looking at these potentials you've enumerated here, so what are the prospects for this new ministry?
Well, if you develop all the mining that is available there, that is another potential foreign exchange earner for us. If you go more into fishing, either trawling or just ordinary fishing, you're able to get all these lobsters and important fishing that we're importing. Nigeria should not be importing anything about fishing. We have abundant resources along our coast. And then to the exclusive economic zone, we have opportunity to go there up to 200 miles from our land. So there are a lot of things we can still do there. A lot of people can come into that sector to buy more fishing trawlers, more fishing vessels, to be able to fish, put them in the factory, pack them, and send them abroad. We have more money for this country. Then what about the tourism aspect? A lot of people want to visit Nigeria. People want to visit Topo in the Badagry area. People want to visit all the beaches you have along Lekki axis area. People want to go to, in fact, there are there's quite a lot of beaches along our coast. Nigeria has one of the longest coasts, almost 800 and something kilometers of coast. So we are going to get more people. And the more people come to this country, they are going to spend their money to buy things, to buy all the culture, all the arts, and the things that we sell, we can make here and make for foreign exchange. People will be interested in coming to Nigeria. Nigeria is a very big future for tourism, not only in Africa, for the whole world. Nigeria is a very big economy, and we are not really tapping into what God has given us.
Okay, with this you've said, what do you think the minister should be bringing to the industry now? What are your expectations? What are the timelines? And what do you think he should achieve in these timelines you're giving? Maybe say 100 days, maybe say half a year, 6 months. What do you think he should be bringing?
First of all, I will advise that he has to go out to the appropriate professional bodies that can collaborate and work with him. He needs to identify those. We don't want these briefcase maritime experts. There are quite many of them around. Okay. You need to go to the core maritime associations. Work with them. We have a Nigerian Association of Master Mariner, Association of Marine Engineers and Surveyors, the Maritime Lawyers, okay? The freight forwarders, the shippers.
Okay.
So then the agencies in the ministry already, he has already identified them. He has visited them. So he knew all the agencies that are involved in this ministry. But he still need to do inter-ministerial collaboration. But when I talk of fishing and aquaculture, we are dealing with Ministry of Agriculture. And you have a National Institute for Oceanography and Marine Research is there under Ministry of Agriculture. There's a lot of collaboration. And then you have the mines and power. The mining industry is there. He needs to now collaborate with different ministries. It's not what he can go alone. We are all working for the federal government of Nigeria. And so to improve the economy of Nigeria, he needs to collaborate and work together with other ministers.
So the key job before the minister today is restoring Nigeria's lost shipping glory. How do you think he should go about this?
One of the first points he has mentioned, and I heard him very clearly, is to have a shipping line again. Like I said, it doesn't have to be federal government driven. The government should create the enabling environment, support the private sector that will run and manage this shipping fleet we are going to have. I mentioned the potentials that are there. When you train cadets, they need to have ships, train on the ship to have their practical experience, we call it sea time, so that they'll be able to prepare and go for professional examination certificate of competency. We will now build them up before they can get to the level of captain. Then we're able to carry our own crude oil. Of all the OPEC countries, Nigeria is the only one that does not carry our own crude oil for export. It has always been on FOB. It's detrimental to our economy. We are losing money that will have been brought back into the economy. We're losing to foreigners because the buyer now carry the crude oil and also put it on their own preferred ship, and they earn the freight, insurance, everything. All these key area of the industry will have been developed better. So if we can just focus and copy the experience of NLNG, where Nigeria has 49% shares and the IOCs have 51%, it's a very big, it's a success story. They have ships, and they even when they don't even have enough ships, they say charter ships in order to export what they are producing in the Bonny area there, another sector. So we should go into that shipping, having our own ships again. You remember during the time of Econmy, our ships were used to carry our troops, their arms and ammunition. You cannot go and charter a foreign ship to carry your own, for security reasons. So our shipping company will do a lot to the benefit of Nigeria, and we are flying Nigerian flag with pride nowadays.
So
let us restore that pride.
Aside from the shipping lines,
right,
what are the other things the minister needs to focus on to restore this lost shipping glory?
The training has to be improved upon.
Okay.
Thank God we have now a standard maritime academy that is being properly run by the rector there now. The infrastructure there is equal to none around the world. It's a pride of place to be. It needs to now focus more in improving that sector, training, then appointing appropriate resource-oriented professionals to head the different parastatals under the ministry. Let's put round pegs in round holes. When we go to IMO meeting, let people sit down there who understand what is the meaning of IMO, what is our role in IMO as United Nations agency. People who understand what is going on there, not people who just go on jamboree to correct foreign exchange, ESTA code. You need to reorder that area. Nigerians are blessed with a lot of credible human resources.
What of infrastructure of our port and all that?
Well, since the concessioning happened, the ports have developed tremendously. The issue we have problem is the common user area, which is the government area. They are earning money from the concessionaires. So use the money to develop and improve the infrastructure. Part of Tinkan is giving way. Part of Apapa, they are all getting old. Apapa was built before I was born. The Tinkan was built when I was still cadet. 74, 75. And they're all giving way. So the government should improve on their port infrastructure. You know, they're also developing new ports. You know, the Lekki one, and the Badagry one is in. Then Akwa Ibom, there's another one there. Those states, you have another one. There are a lot of potentials in the country. And the more you build infrastructure, even in Brass, in Bayelsa State, there are potentials. People will come. You don't need to be carrying cargo every port. People will just go direct to that port, discharge, and go away. Then you are not losing money, amounting to demurrage. You go in and go out, the turnaround of vessels will be faster. Bigger ships will come to Nigeria.
We will be looking at the hurdles, but that will be after this short break. Okay. Please stay with us.
Okay.
News Central TV, Africa's #1 storyteller, has come with the best of both worlds. With a combination of news app and live TV, we ensure that you keep track of the latest headlines, breaking news, and in-depth analysis from professional journalists from around the continent. Download the News Central TV app on Android and iOS and get started today. Don't forget to follow us on News Central's social media platforms. News Central, Africa First.
If you are just joining us, this is Maritime Radar, and I still have with me Captain Adewale Ishola. Before we went on that break, I had said, what are the hurdles you think is before the minister?
I think I would advise, if you can form a roundtable committee that will bring together all these maritime professionals. Let us give what we have. Let us give him a roadmap. Okay. And let us be ready. We are ready to support him, to make him a successful minister. Because his success, it will be our own success. And if you don't get it right at the foundation level, we're going to have a very big problem.
So what are the deliverables you are expecting from him and the timeline?
Okay. I think within this period, he has started well.
Okay.
He has gone around all the parastatals.
Okay.
Well, I knew when he went to MPA, when he went to NIMASA, when he went to Shippers Council, I'm sure he will have been to the Academy and Inland Waterways. He has gone around where he should be. Is to now invite those heads and discuss with them. You know, NIMASA is a major mover of the blue economy. Okay. What have they done so far? What is the next thing we should do? They have gotten a lot of materials on the ground. Who are those people managing those infrastructure? The Navy has come in. Air Force is there. The military, they are all cooperating with NIMASA in this area. You need to go further. Like I said, you need to go to the other ministries. The Ministry of Agriculture is there. The mining sector is there. The tourism sector is there. It needs to now work together with all the other ministries. And together, we are going to make it.
You are a master mariner, and I know you are representing your association. So what advice do your association have for this new minister to achieve his goals? Well,
our association have been involved in the training of the younger ones. We have very good cooperation with the Maritime Academy of Nigeria, very cooperation with the Federal College of Fisheries and Marine Technology, and even Nneoma. We collaborate with them, and of course, with the Nigerian Port Authority. We have a lot of our members there. We have a lot of our members in the Maritime Academy lecturing. The IOCs, international oil companies, we have a lot of our members who are the ones who are doing the mooring master. They are the ones loading and exporting our crude oil on foreign ships. So we have a lot of our colleagues there. So we are playing our own part because this government trained us and we are giving back to the country. And we're ready to do more to assist the minister to achieve his goals.
I must thank you most kindly for your time and your thoughts on the show. It's been Captain Adewale Ishola. He is the former president of the Nigerian Association of Master Mariners. I must thank you most kindly for your time and thoughts. And as we wish the minister a success in his tenure.
It's been my great pleasure to be in your studio.
Thank you.
You wake up to a lot of stories about Africa.
But this is where you get the story straight.
Where we explore different angles because we understand our stories.
There's that passion when it's your perspective and not a distant perception.
I know you hear it a lot, but it's true. Nobody can tell your story better than you.
That's what we do.
All day, every day,
On News Central TV.
are African stories by Africans for Africans.
And that's our show this week. Join us every week on Maritime Radar as we explore potentials that will ensure the development of the maritime sector in Africa. You can also expect the latest in global and local maritime news, plus industry insights right here. I'm Nneoma Obi-Asualo. Many thanks for your time and see you again next week.